Hi, welcome to my channel if you are new, and thanks for tuning in if you saw the first video. So today we will be working on this to lower the back end, which is pretty high. I'm going to try and figure out a mount for the servo for the gear shifting, and we will be working on closing the back half of my D90 build. So let's get started on this guy. I need to lower the back quite a bit. I have measured it off camera, but basically what I used was this, and I just checked the height difference in the center of the back, which is 139 millimeters, and then same story in the front, which is then 119 millimeters. So we've got 20 mils of difference, which I need to cut out from, wait, just damn it! You know what? Just okay. So I need to cut this piece of threaded bar shorter by about 10 mils on a side. So let me get started on doing that. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Then so I need to cut this thing shorter by about 10 mils per side on each side, same with the other side, and then it should be the same level, but I'm going to start off with cutting about 8 mils off, just to make sure that I don't cut off too much. Now I need to, that one's easy, take off these rod ends.
6.5 hours later.
I should have measured this before. Let me measure the other side and check how long it is before I cut the thing. The head on this little bolt is messed up, so right, let's see. Total length of this is 63 millimeters. Damn it. Okay, so this is 63 millimeters long. Let me see if I can get it down to 43 millimeters. Okay, so now we're sitting at 50. So we're sitting at 53 millimeters, which I think is still a bit too long, but let me put it back and see how it sits, because I will be towing a lot of stuff with this. I will be towing a lot of stuff with this, so I will need a little bit more height in the back to compensate for having heavy loads. So don't drop down all the way. Okay, well, let me put this other one back together and see if I can get it to sit at 53 millimeters as well. So you can see both are connected up. So basically I just poke 2 Allen keys through the rod ends to make it easier to turn this for me. But you just have to be careful that you don't overturn this thing, because it will push through there and it will ruin your plastic rod end. It's happened before and it's not fun. Right, there you go. Now this one is the same length as the other one. So let's pop this one in. Let's see where we're at. So that looks a lot better than what it was. Let's see what's the difference. Well, it's a lot better. We only have 6.5 millimeters of difference between here and here, which is pretty normal. I think it's normal for pickup to be a bit higher at the back than in the front to compensate for heavier loads. I will need to space out the wheels though, because there is a lot of play. But so let's have a look at the gearbox and see how I will mount up the servo for shifting between high and low gear. I will still remove this because this doesn't really look right. It closes up the engine bay just too much. So I'll take this out and take it out and I will build new wheel wells after I've put up some form of headers and new valve covers and the intake and all of that stuff. I'm gonna cover up the servo with a radiator that I still need to print, which I have not done. Well, this is a really basic way of just mounting the body. It's a piece of aluminium angle iron which I mounted, and I just drilled 2 holes and tapped some threads in there. So basically I need to mount my servo gear somewhere so I'll be able to shift the gears. So I'll be able to shift the gears. There we go. So I'll be able to shift the gears with a servo that's mounted up. I still need to open the gearbox and check if there is any grease, because this feels pretty dry. Doesn't really feel greased up at all. So let me get a servo and see where I'm going to mount it. I finally found a servo. It is a dead one that's laying around. I cut the plug off. So I need to figure out that this thing can sit. Needs to sit over here somewhere, but now my problem is I cannot connect this, because this spring won't really work. It's just going to cause it to be engaged in one gear the whole time. So I need to make some form of a linkage. I'm going to need to make some form of a linkage in between here and the selecting rod, fork, whatever you call that thing. Okay, so I will see if I can make up a bracket at work next week, well, Sunday. So the servo install for the gear shift will have to wait for a little while until I get a bracket made up that I can mount the servo here, so I can shift my gears properly. So unfortunately we cannot carry on with this build for now. I cannot make a noise now. It is a little bit too late at night now, so the neighbors will complain.